You mentioned that when you were a firefighter and you lost your job, at that time it felt like, the saddest thing. You had a mortgage and all these things. But if you look at it now, you know, because of what happened, you decided to become a yoga teacher, right? So in a way, it was a blessing. Would you say that? Because we often, something happens to us, and in the given moment, it seems like, that's the worst thing ever. But you look a few years from now, and it was actually for a reason, maybe to step into something new. Do you look at it now this way?
There's an old Buddhist story about a farmer and his son, and his son, or here's this farmer, and he finds this wild stallion, and all the other farmers are like, oh wow, what great luck that you have, that this beautiful wild stallion came to you. You're so blessed. And the farmer goes, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And then a few weeks later, the farmer's son was trying to break the horse, trying to tame the horse. And in doing so, the son fell off and broke his leg and could no longer help the farmer do all the duties. And all the people around said to the farmer, "Oh, what bad luck that you have! It is so unfortunate that you got this horse that broke your son's leg, and now you have to do all this work by yourself." And the farmer goes, maybe yes, maybe no. No one knows. And then a few weeks later, a big war breaks out, and all the young men have to go out and fight in this war. But the farmer's son couldn't go out and fight because he had a broken leg, and all the men around said, "Oh, you're so lucky that your son broke his leg, so now he can't go out and fight this war." And the moral to the story is we never know what the outcome of a situation is going to be. And sometimes it's okay, like when we have something that's tragic to us, to have sorrow, to feel sad, to mourn or grieve or whatever. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. And that
Yeah.
definitely, I worked the majority of my life to get, like, my dream job was to be a firefighter paramedic. And when I was 28 years old, or yeah, like 28 years old or so, I became a firefighter paramedic, bought a house, did all these things, all the goals that I had, I was checking them off. And so I accomplished everything that I thought I would set out to, and 28 years old. And and then when I lost my job, then it was like, okay, well, with that, I also couldn't afford my mortgage and had to move, and my dream of being this firefighter, all that stuff went away. And it's so easy to be like, that was such a tragedy, but we never know what's going to come. And yeah, that happening was the greatest blessing that could have happened. But it also could have been the worst thing that could have happened. And this is really where it's up to us to decide. We stress or tragedy or whatever that is, those are always opportunities for us to grow. Without those things, we don't grow. When we're comfortable, when everything is good and everything is happy, we become stagnant. And that's where we stop either our physical, mental, or spiritual growth in those places. It's interesting, like, being comfortable and happy is one of the worst things that could happen to you, unless you understand uh, that you need to continue to challenge yourself and continue to grow. But also in that every time tragedy strikes you or anything like that, and you are able to breathe another day from it, it is an opportunity to become a better person, and it's an opportunity to help other people through your experience. And yeah, so I was very lucky. I was very fortunate that losing my job let me have the opportunities that I have to be able to travel the world and to do something as simple as just teaching yoga. But for me, it really has fulfilled me. It's really been an amazing journey, and one that I feel super fortunate for.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like almost the universe pushes you towards a specific direction by, doing rearranging things for you in a way, and you just, whatever comes, you just surrender yourself, and then actually something greater can come out of it. What's, yeah, sorry.
I was going to say, I think the universe does that, but it does it in a way that's not for for most of us. That's not so obvious. It usually gives us a choice of one way to go or the other, and one way is into resistance, and the other way is into flow, like up the river or down the river. And so if we when we're listening, we're able to understand that way a little bit better. But when we are so consumed with ourselves, when we're so into our own subjective experience, that we tend to choose the wrong way. And I think this is why it's important to be able to step outside of yourself and to see the truth for how things are really happening.